Hi everyone, my name is Aijing and today I'm finally going to be talking about the Lisa Eldridge Liquid Lurex eyeshadows. I did buy them when they launched, but I just haven't had time to film about them. I have worn them already, so I have some thoughts about wear time, fallout, etc, etc. Obviously I'm going to be talking through the price, the packaging, swatches of all of the 5 shades on my eyes as well as on my hands, as you can see already, and I'll just talk to you through what I'm wearing on my eyes as well in the video. So let's get into it. I know my most viewed video on my channel is the Lisa Eldridge foundation video, and all of my other videos that are high in views are also about Lisa Eldridge. So I guess that means you found those videos helpful, so I hope you'll find this one helpful as well. So first of all, let's just quickly talk about the packaging. Obviously it comes in the classic Lisa Eldridge white box with gold lettering, and again you can turn around the box to make it into Lisa's logo. The liquid eyeshadow packaging itself is in this nice and sturdy plastic tube, and it's got a sponge doe foot applicator like most liquid eyeshadows, and it's got the gold cap on the top as well, and of course the cap at the top has her signature and logo on it as well. So all of the packaging is in line with her lip products, and they are priced at £19 each. So let's get into the shade swatches. So the first shade here on my hand is Bianca. So you can see all of the eyeshadows are super reflective. And this shade here is Bianca, kind of very gently diffused out, and in the middle here is Bianca just swatched straight from the tube. And ignore this row because these are comparisons. Okay, and you can see some video clips of me applying Bianca on the eyes as well. I do try to apply with a liner first to see how intense I can get it, and then I do apply just straight on the eyes from the tube and then blend it out with my fingers. I am not being very careful in these videos, just so that you can just have a really good idea of what the shade looks like. So Bianca is currently sold out. It's described as a sweet blushing pinky heather with sparkling notes of silver, pink, green and lavender pearl. None of these shades are super glittery, they're more of a grown-up shimmer, and the shade Bianca, it's actually got a really nice lavender hue to it. It looks more lilac than pink, which I really like. I don't think I have anything else like this in my collection, so I really love the shade. And the shimmers here, I can see shades of silver, I can see kind of pinky pearl, and I can definitely see bits of green as well, which is true to the description. And the next shade is Angelica, which is second one here. Okay. Angelica is described as a beautifully wearable smoky topaz taupe with sparkly dimensions of silver, gold, green and gold pearls. So again, this is a very nice shade. Unfortunately, Angelica is also sold out. On looking at my hand, I can again see lots of different coloured pearl, and it is very pretty, but I feel like this shade is not quite as unique as Bianca. Okay, so the third shade is Lauren, which is the third one on my hand. So Lauren is described as exceptional gold leaf metallic, reminiscent of a glided Klimt portrait. Red, green and intense gold pearl gives it warmth and dimension. Yes, definitely I can see bits of pink in there for sure as well. Very nice shade, but again not that unique. This shade is still available on the website. And then the fourth shade is Diana, which is here on my hand. So this is a fiery metallic copper with intense sienna luster and sparkling notes of red, gold and magenta pearl. I really like this shade as well. Kind of really that fiery copper shade. I think I have very similar shades in eyeshadow palettes, but not as kind of a single eyeshadow. I think this is probably my second favorite shade out of the 5. And lastly, we have the shade Liza, which is the black one right at the bottom. Liza is described as intense charcoal with silvery flashes of stardust combined with a mix of magenta, violet, blue, green and disco ball silver pearls. I think Liza probably is the one with most different colours of pearl, and this is my third favourite shade, I would say. Okay. On my hand, so this column here, so the column near to my thumb, is some comparison swatches of what else is in my collection. And as you can see, I think the shades that Lisa Eldridge has aren't that unique. You can definitely find similar shades elsewhere. So the top one here is the shade Shall We Dance from Dose of Colours. It's the Block Party eyeshadows. I really love that formula actually because it's super sparkly. And Shall We Dance is kind of a salmony pink shade. So I thought it'd be similar, but actually Lisa's shade is definitely leaning more lilac and lavender. And in the video I think you can see that Shall We Dance is definitely more salmon pink, which is very interesting. So the second shade that I swatched as a comparison to Angelica is Smoke from Hourglass, the Scattered Light Glitter eyeshadows. So I think these two shades are actually quite similar. So if you already have Hourglass, Scattered Light Glitter eyeshadow in Smoke, you definitely don't need to buy Angelica. So for the third comparison, for the shade Lauren, I have swatched Heat Ray by Bobbi Brown. Is their Luxe eyeshadow in rich metal finish. Again, I think this is actually very similar, definite dupes. For the fourth shade, I swatched the Colourpop Lightning Bug Super Shock eyeshadow. I think it's not quite as coppery as Diana compared to Lisa Eldridge, but very similar for sure. And then the last shade, I swatched the Marc Jacobs eyeshadow in Sequences Glitter Rock finish. Obviously Marc Jacobs Beauty is discontinued, but I believe Victoria Beckham has a single eyeshadow in this shade as well. But I think Lisa Eldridge is a little bit cheaper. You know, you can find these shades elsewhere, probably for cheaper. The finish of these metallic eyeshadows aren't that unique because these shimmery eyeshadows are quite prevalent now. They're quite common, they're quite easily found. I think Colourpop, you know, their Super Shock eyeshadows are really excellent and are pretty good dupes in terms of colour and finish. In terms of application, I think that's a different story. This is quite similar to the Stila Glitter and Glow eyeshadows that were popular years ago. I did have those, but mine dried out so quickly. So the only shade I have from that Stila line is Wanderlust, and obviously that's not really similar to any of Lisa Eldridge's shades, so I didn't swatch it for comparison. But the application of the Stila Glitter and Glow eyeshadows are very similar and comparable. Although I do think the Lisa Eldridge formula is just slightly better. I think it goes on a little bit more easily, a little bit more smoothly, and it blends out just a little bit better as well. Probably because the kind of the shimmery glittery chunks are smaller in the Lisa Eldridge formula. And I hope you saw from the demonstration that you can apply this very easily with liner, with finger, or just directly onto your eyelids for really impactful color payoff. But if you just want some kind of like glittery sort of, is it there, is it not there, then you can just dab the product on your finger and then lightly just dab it onto the eyelids for a more diffuse finish. So for my look today, I'm wearing the shade Lisa as a liner, and then I blended out a matte brown eyeshadow. It is the shade Seed from the Tasha Denona Beeper eyeshadow, just kind of all over the lid a little bit. And then I put Bianca in my inner corners, okay? And then I used Angelica on my lower waterline. I'm really pleased with this look, and I definitely think the inner corner Bianca shade kind of makes the look. Although I do think I could achieve this look with a combination of other eyeshadows. In terms of wear time, this does wear all day with minimal fallout, and when you're applying it as well and buffing out with a brush, I don't see any fallout of glitter or shimmer on my face, which is great. However, the one thing that I did notice is because my eye shape, my hooded eyes, when I was doing my eyeliner, I guess I didn't quite let it dry properly, and I opened my eyes and there was definitely transfer on my kind of top lid here. So I kind of reapplied and I thought I left long enough, and then still I got transfer. So I'm not sure if that's the eyeshadow, my oily eyelids, or still the shadow not quite set. I mean, I've had these on my hand for a while now, and if I kind of just do this, you can see they're not completely budge proof, especially the darker shade. I mean, it wouldn't be rubbing your eye that hard, I think. So even though they're not completely budge proof, I do think they actually last quite a long time on the eyelids. I didn't notice any creasing when I wore them before, which is excellent, and I didn't use any eye primer as well. I think that's one of the good things about most liquid eyeshadows is they don't tend to crease. At least the ones I've tried don't tend to crease, so I quite like that. Overall, I really like the formula, and I think if there is one shade that is unique and worth buying, it is definitely Bianca. Unfortunately, it is sold out, but if you get any of the 5, I recommend that one, followed by the copper shade Diana and Lisa. But I feel like if you already have similar shades of similar finishes in your collection, you really don't need this. They're not that unique. These shades are super dupeable and they're definitely cheaper alternatives. I would say save your money for the foundation maybe, or her lip products, which I'm also wearing today. But not really these eyeshadows, I think. I don't often say anything bad about Lisa, and I pretty much recommend everything that she sells, but I think these liquid eyeshadows, you can probably give them a miss. So that's it. Quite a quick video today. I've been playing around with my camera settings, so hopefully the video is a little bit better. I noticed that it was looking really washed out, so I've kind of changed the lighting and camera setup a little bit, so hopefully that is a more enjoyable viewing experience for you. But also I just want to say there are a lot of horrible things going on in the world right now. Honestly, playing around with eyeshadow is pretty trivial. If you are in a privileged position where you can help, I have left some links in the description box. But yeah, that's it. Bye.